Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought that I would do something that was requested in a previous video of mine, and that is a letter with me using the iPad. So I recently did a letter with me video with our November hand lettering prompts, and if you have not seen that one, I will link it in the description box below. But I shared some free worksheets that you can find in the resource library on my website, and someone requested that I do this with the iPad, so I thought that would be really fun. I absolutely love hand lettering with the iPad, so I definitely wanted to take an opportunity to do some hand lettering practice, and so we are going to do this letter with me style, which means that I'm going to leave this video in real time so that you can practice right along with me. Before I get too far into the hand lettering, I did want to show you how to put the worksheets on your iPad in case you weren't sure already. So I'm just going to go ahead and start from the beginning and show you how I would put these on my iPad straight from the resource library. So here is the hand lettering resource library. You can find the worksheets here, and the most recent ones are going to be towards the top. So I have the letter with me prompts here, and then I also have the basic strokes worksheets because that video has come out since. And so I'm just going to click on this to open it up. So I'm just going to rotate my iPad so that I can see the whole piece of paper on one screen. And then I'm going to take a screenshot of each page. So I'm just going to do that by pressing these two buttons here. There I have my screenshot down here. And then I'm just going to crop the extras out so that it's just the worksheet, but you don't have to do this. And then I'm going to click the top up here. I'm going to click Save to Photos. I'm going to go down here again, and then I'm going to do this for all 3 pages. So now that I've done that for all 3, I am back here in Procreate, and I just have a blank canvas, and I just did the screen size for my canvas. It doesn't matter too much when it comes to practice because if you're anything like me, I'm constantly zooming in and out. So I just chose the screen size, but if you have a different preference, that's fine. And then we're going to import our pages by clicking this button here, and then we're going to insert a photo, and now those pictures are in our camera roll. So I'm going to insert one. And then I'm just going to insert them all into the same canvas because I can turn them on and off. So then I'm going to insert the second one and then insert the third. So these are on 3 different layers. So I'm just going to turn off those ones. I'm going to reorganize them. So I have my top one is my first one. And then I'm going to add another layer. So I'm just going to press this plus button here. Now this is the layer that I'm going to hand letter on. So now we can go ahead and practice. So I like to use a brush style brush when I am doing this type of hand lettering. However, I get asked a lot about the one that I'm using, and it used to be free, but now you have to purchase it, which I did purchase it. Totally fine. I totally understand that. But I have had some glitching issues with it, and I'm not sure if it's my iPad or if it's the Procreate brush. So I don't necessarily know if I could recommend that one until I figure out if the glitching is my brush or if it's my iPad. But if you have a brush pen style Procreate brush that you love, please let me know in the comments below because I would love to try some new ones out and get some good ones to recommend. So you can do some really fun things when it comes to worksheets in Procreate. I'm simply going to pick a color that I like. But there are lots of ways to use Procreate for practicing hand lettering, so I will try to do a couple more of these so that I can show you some more fun things when it comes to Procreate. I do have a few Procreate videos where I have tutorials of how to use Procreate for hand lettering. One of them I really tried to just share like all the things that I would want to know when it comes to hand lettering on the iPad, and I got a lot of comments from people saying that I moved too quickly in the video, which I completely understand, but I was just trying to share kind of like a quick overview of what you might need to know. So after that, I updated that video and I have a slower version where you can kind of like walk through the steps with me. I will link both of those at the end of this video if you wanted to get some more help with iPad lettering. But I did want to point that out. One of them is a little bit more fast-paced, I know, and then the other one is a little bit slower. So there's both depending on your preference. I tend to like to learn things by just playing around myself. So if a video is like super, super long and in depth, it tends to lose me. So I just like want to know the basics, and then I will like figure everything else out myself. But I know that's not everybody's learning style. So I tried to give you a variety there. But hand lettering on the iPad is seriously so fun. You can do so much with it. And especially if you're looking into doing like hand lettering for a business like making money or making gifts or making things that you could sell. Like there is just so much that you can do when you learn hand lettering on the iPad. So if you have ever been on the fence about it, I personally would highly recommend. I love hand lettering on the iPad. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I get a lot of people asking for more iPad videos, but honestly, like when it comes to hand lettering on the iPad, you really use a lot of the same motions and gestures over and over. So I don't feel like there are that many videos that I can make that are like a tutorial. But if you guys want to just see how I use my iPad for hand lettering, let me know and I'm happy to film when I'm using it to do like different projects. I use the iPad for creating files that then I can cut out on the Cricut. I actually just recently ordered a super plain, really inexpensive sweatshirt online so that I could make a hand lettered sweatshirt using the Cricut and the heat press vinyl. And so that all kind of starts with the iPad, and then you take those files into your computer and turn them into something else. So there are literally so many things you can do, and I use my iPad for so many different things in hand lettering, but they're not necessarily like tutorials. So if you want to see more of how I use hand lettering in my everyday life and get ideas for what you can do with your hand lettering, let me know, because I would be happy to share. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and let the music play for the rest of this letter with me video. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any other ideas or suggestions, or if you're not really into iPad lettering, if there is another type of hand lettering that you'd like to see in these letter with me videos. If you have not grabbed those free worksheets, you can find them in the resource library. I will link it below, or you can find it at howtohandletter.com/resource library. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to Letter Together Friday, or what those types of videos are that are coming on Fridays, I'm going to link the Letter Together Friday playlist in the description box below so that you can just start at the top of the playlist and watch all the way through. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this letter with me. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week, and I will see you in our next video.